What is up, internet friends? As always, this is Patrick, top 15 squatters of all time. We've got another visual diary going on today. We've got our breakfast brewing right there. We've got a squat day, a redemption squat day from last week that we're basically redoing this week, but with more optimal circumstances that we'll be able to be utilizing in order to perform our training day to the highest level that we can perform. And then we've got some good news later on in the video, and I'll let you guys know when we get to that right after training. All right, for breakfast we've got 180 grams of 93.7 beef with 3 eggs, and I put some ketchup on it because it's basically baby food, and a cup of Irish breakfast tea with some sugar in it. I only got the sugar in there because I haven't gotten my updated meal plan yet to deal with my insulin sensitivity that I've developed through dieting down, I was 60 pounds and operating at a high level. So the body is really ready to start growing. I'm just waiting for the updated meal plan to get rid of that, the sugar in the tea, and make sure that the carbs in the morning are apt enough to fuel my training, because I have this meal, I take a 10-minute walk, I eat my second meal, and then I go to the gym. Hopefully I'm at the gym at like 10:30, because I've got to hand my car off to someone who their car broke down, kind of. It's weird, like sometimes when they turn it off, it won't turn back on, kind of thing. I have to call Pep Boys for them. But yeah, they have to take my car to around 3. But I'll be busy after training, so. That's a thing that happened. Buddy walk. Hey, bud. Hi. All right, boys. Meal 2 of the day. We've got some fast carbs and some Cocoa Pebbles with Fairlife milk. We've got another cup of tea just to spike the caffeine a bit before training. And we've got another protein shake, or not another, but like the first protein shake of the day. I just finished off my vanilla protein, so we're finally getting into the chocolate protein. I'm split on what flavor I prefer, vanilla or chocolate, because whenever supplement companies try to get fancy with their protein flavors, it comes out tasting like garbage. So the go-to, vanilla or chocolate. There's no comparison between those and the others. Sometimes strawberry, but I developed an intolerance to the strawberry flavoring that they were using, so I can't exactly do that anymore. So vanilla or chocolate, sometimes strawberry. We are finally on our way to the gym. It is 11:51, about an hour and a half after I had previously stated I would like to be at the gym training already, but we took Buddy for a 45-minute walk rather than a 10-minute walk. Then I remembered I had to take some supplements, which was a bad time. Shit popped out, sliced across my leg. Not very good. Put a Band-Aid on it because it wouldn't stop bleeding. But we're on our way to train. We've got a squat day today. We've got the redemption squat day from last week. I kind of feel like this happens every time that I train right after a meet. Is the first week I get absolutely blasted and things do not go the way that they should go, and I end up underperforming. So this week we've got the exact same squat day as last week, except we're actually going to do what's on the program. And what was on the program last week and this week is a 3x10 525-pound squat, 3 minutes rest. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with that rest period because it is a pretty intense squat day, and every time that I have a little bit of OCD when it comes to warm-ups, where I refuse to have my warm-ups have less reps than the actual working weight. So we're going to do the bar for 10, 1 plate for 10, 2 plate for 10, 3 plate for 10, 4 plate for 10, and then 5 plate plus whatever change. And we're going to jump right into the 3x10. Then afterwards, we've got 2 count pause squats, 3 sets of, I believe, 2 or 3 at 585. And this is all sleeved work. We're not in the wraps until we're about 12 weeks out approximately. So we're working on form, we're working on endurance, we're working on athleticism, we're working on testicular fortitude. So that's what we got going on today. And yeah, I'm gonna try and not ramble as much as I did at the last video. So let's see you there. I just realized I forgot my Fitbit at home, so we're not getting any steps tracked during this because it was dying. So while I took my supplements, I plugged it in thinking, oh man, there's nothing going to happen that's going to make me forget this. And then things happened that made me forget that. So it's gonna be fully charged when I get home. That's a plus. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some steps later so that we hit 10K even with everything going on, or even though we're definitely going to be at 10K, yeah, we got to make sure we hit 10K on the app. Otherwise, Brianna's gonna be like, you didn't hit it. So yeah. I'm so dizzy. I think I'm gonna puke again, but I don't know. My belly is swirling, but it's not playing just the tip yet. I'm so freaking dizzy. It's rough. All right. Oh, not gonna puke again. Pump check. Physique check. Still fat. But ooh, can I zoom out more? Ooh. Let's take a look at these. A little bit of vascularity there. That's where I sliced my leg open. Got some. Now let's look at this leg. Just do the Jordan the Stallion thing. Come here. Come here. This leg looks like dog shit. Ugh. My ankles are. My right ankle specifically is not happy. I need to be better at doing my stretching work with that and activation work and prehab and work on ankle mobility because these cankles don't run. No one in my family runs. We've got Buddy. We've got chicken and rice with mustard. We've got a Fanta. We got One Piece. Optimal. First and foremost, I'd like to say Apple is stupid because the problem with the iPad that I was experiencing yesterday where I couldn't connect my computer to it or charge it whatsoever was because it didn't have the new iOS update. How the fuck are you going to have a product that will die and not work if you don't update it? That's just that's stupid. Updates don't have to operate on your time. It has to operate on the client's time. Come on. Do better, Apple. So we've come to the good news that I was talking about earlier. And what I would be talking about after training is I actually got my first 2 offers to be a audiobook narrator on 2 separate books. So that's the exciting news, and that's what we're going to be working on today. I already recorded my first audio sample. When you have a audio narration profile, you have to post samples so that audio authors will be like, hey, I liked the way this guy narrated my audiobook. What other things has he provided for me as a potential client or other potential clients to kind of look at and get a feel as how this audiobook narrator will approach things. So every day I've made sure to upload at least one sample, and I recorded my sample today, and it's from a book called Morningwood. Everybody Loves Large Chests. Now, this book series is a 9 out of 10. I don't believe in 10 out of 10s unless it's absolutely perfect, like The Hobbit. 9 out of 10, but the first book has a fatal flaw. The first 1, 2, maybe 3 books, and the author tried to retcon it in book either 3 or 4. And that is the usage of the word rape. Because the author believed that any sort of sexual act pertaining to a butthole was known as anal rape, but it isn't. Even in context of the book, 2 characters consensually performing anal sex, he called it anal rape. So he tried to retcon it in like book 3 or 4, and he was like, one of the characters was like, man, I don't even think I've raped anyone. Which, out of context, that sounds bad, but it fits the character because it's a demon who's obsessed with sex and like rape and pillage kind of Viking kind of aspect. It's a female greater demon that has 2 penises, for reference. But yeah, I recorded the prologue to that, and that went pretty well. I like to have something to warm up with, because I don't talk to anyone at all day, and then when I get in here, I have to talk. I have to warm up the face. It's the vocal warm-ups I've seen look stupid, and I don't want to do them because they're stupid. So I'm going to warm up the way that I warm up squats by squatting. So I do a sample, and I get all my flubs out there, and then by the time that I'm actually doing the work that I need to do, the auditions and stuff like that, working on an actual project now, which is good. 2 projects. 2. I was waiting for my first project, and I got 2 the same day. Fantastic. So what I got to do with these projects is I have to record the first 15 minutes, and I have to upload it to the ACX for the author to be like, okay, he's consistent. I still like this audiobook narrator. It fits the profile of the book, and they're understanding the text well enough for me to be confident that they will do the rest of the book. And then once that gets checked off, finish off the rest of the book. I've got one of the books is 1.6 hours. It's a poetry book, which I've mentioned in videos before. Reading poetry is really easy because the meter just flows off the tongue if the author knows what they're doing. The other one is like a softcore erotica. I mean, he slipped her panties off her. I don't know. I don't. My brain doesn't think in erotica, but I have the voice for it. It's like you've got to have the deep male voice to be assertive and be alluring. But they can't see my face, so they don't know that I'm ugly. And then you've got to have a nice, soft female voice that will present itself positively and kind of innocently and soft and gentle. Someone that you'd be like, you know what? I I think this girl's probably a little cute, a little innocent, but she probably gives the sloppiest head known to mankind. So those I used those two characters in uh the recording for the audition. So we got the part, and now it's time to do those 15-minute bits. Now, the poetry book that's 1.6 hours long, I'm going to do the 15 minutes, and I'm going to just record the whole book. I'm going to record the first 15 minutes of that book, and then I'm going to do, I think my audition was 15 minutes long for that one. And it was like the first 3 poems of that book. And then the other one, I'm just going to record the first 15 minutes. The author seems like kind of a dick. The poetry author was like, "Oh my gosh, I really liked your audition. This, that. Really good communicator." The softcore erotica was like, "I liked your audition. I sent offer." I'm like, "Okay, you're not a very good communicator." So that's what we'll be doing today. And we've got where's our trusty sidekick? Where's Buddy? There's no Buddy. He was here a minute ago. I don't know where he went. He's probably on a bed, sleeping, because that's what he does best. But I got work to do. Fantastic. So when you have a super sensitive microphone, every single voice or every single time you open your mouth or something happens in your mouth, there's some sort of a click. It's like, but exaggerated. And your microphone picks that up. So one of the essential pieces of software that every audiobook narrator has to have it's called Isotope RX. And it was suggested to me by Travis Baldry. And for reference, I just recorded the dedication to the poetry book that I'm reading. There were 811 mouth clicks that it repaired. The human body is disgusting. Well, so I worked for 4 hours and got 18 minutes of audio recorded. I had to re-record a couple things a couple times because the compression muddied the recording up way too much. So I'm using USB microphone, a Snowball, Yeti Blue Snowball microphone, which is not the best microphone. It's a good microphone. It's just, buddy, leave it. It's just not a microphone that you want to be using for any sort of professional thing. Because the ones that you want to use for any sort of professional thing, like a Rode, would be. Sorry, buddy is literally okay. There he is. Is like $500, and I do not have. I mean, I have $500 right now, but that'll really cut into my budget of being unemployed. So I'm making do with what I have, try and get some cash flow going. And it is what it is. But we did invest in Isotope, which cleans up all of the muddiness of anything to do with audio recording, like the mouth clicks and stuff. And if a client wants to take out the breaths, it'll take out the breaths. So it's well worth what I paid for it. I do not want to say how much I paid for it. It is absurdly expensive, but it's one of those things where it's like you buy it once and you're good. It just keeps upgrading itself, I believe. Buddy, stop getting yourself in trouble. Stop it. But okay. Yeah, pretty grueling day. A lot of correspondence with the authors and stuff, getting like what they want. The author from the softcore erotica is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, because it's minimal contact. It's like, hey, I liked your audition, sent you an offer. That was it. And I was like, okay, I accepted your offer. And he was like, cool, just uploaded the manuscript. And I'm like, okay.
Whereas the other author for the poetry book that I'm doing, that I'm reading for, is like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed your audition. Here's what I liked from it. This, that, another thing. But also, the poetry book is just very obviously a guy who doesn't get laid and is blaming everyone else for his situation, and is trying to get with someone of a minority, trying basically a white knight. So it lacks a meter, which, but it is what it is. How many times can I say it is what it is before it isn't what it is? How many times? Yeah. I'm mentally a little fried right now, between that and hitting on girls in the Instagram DMs online, and everything that happens when we're trying to work. Next time, I think I'm just gonna leave my phone out of the studio and just do what I do best and breathe heavily into the microphone. But anything else? I'm sitting here because I forgot to cook my rice for my final meal today. So I've got 2 cups of rice cooking in the rice cooker right now. Hopefully that's enough. I need 350 grams of rice. Lord only knows if that's enough. If it's not, oh well. But I'm just sitting here with a cup of chamomile tea, just waiting it out. But it's been real, guys. After that, I eat a bagel with jelly. That's the word I was looking for. And a protein shake. But I'm telling you, not showing you. But I want to, whatever. Buddy says hi. Right, bud? Is there a singular thought in that brain? No? Okay. Hold on. I'll see you with food.
I'm the one who makes the demands here, wench. I just got off the phone with not the phone, like group chat with my coach and nutritionist, and we've upped my carb intake based on how squat training has been going, as well as my nutritional check-ins, my body weight check-ins, and stuff like that. And we need more carbs, basically. And they've updated that, so I'm getting 2 bagels instead of just 1. And I got 56 grams of jelly. I need to pick up more bagels tomorrow, because I'm going to go through a lot real fast. And some honey. I need some honey. Honey is a good idea. 2 bagels. 1 happy Patrick. And thanks for watching. I'm going to eat these bagels, edit this video, and go to sleep, because sleep is important. And I have an early morning. So thanks for watching. Tell your mom I said hi. Stay tuned for the next one.